Are we good? Oh boy. Test one. Test 1, 2, 3. All right, we got it. Yeah. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the April. Can we shut that door, Christian, please?
We're a little rusty.
Yeah. Welcome to the April edition of the Vicksburg Planning Commission meeting. Call this meeting to order at 7:02 p.m. And Christian, I believe you're going to be taking the attendance for us tonight, correct?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Board Member Weil.
Here.
Board Member Riashi.
Here.
Board Member Plankenhorn.
Here.
Board Member Kissinger.
Here.
Board Member Bailey.
Here.
Board Member DeBalt.
Here.
Board Member Cox. Board Member Bishop. Chairman Schenkel.
Present. All right, on to the approval of the agenda for tonight. I trust everyone's had a moment to take a look at that, and I will entertain a motion to approve this evening's agenda.
Plankenhorn, I make a motion to approve this evening's agenda.
Motion from Plankenhorn. Do we have support for that motion?
Member Riashi, support.
Support from Riashi. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Thank you. And time is now for citizen comments. Anyone in the audience like to come up and share your thoughts? All right. Yeah. All right, seeing no one move forward, we will move on to the approval of the meeting minutes from February. We did not have a meeting in March, so trust everyone's had a moment to take a look at that, and I will entertain a motion to approve those meeting minutes.
Plankenhorn, I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from February 10th.
Motion from Plankenhorn, we have support, or excuse me, Plankenhorn. We have support for that motion.
Kissinger, support.
Support from Kissinger. Any further dialogue? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Thank you. And not seeing any planning commission action items on here, Mr. Mallory?
I do have just a kind of FYI for the Planning Commission. It will be on the council's agenda next Monday, but it's a parcel split. No? The 28th. My apologies, but it's going in front of the council. Parcel split for the Methodist Church. They own the house connected. Is that South Street, Christian? But we're dividing that parcel so the house can, or it's going in front of the ZBA board because if the house was on a standalone parcel, it doesn't meet the current zoning. So it's a variance request with staff's recommendation to support it, then we can have that housing as part of the housing stock within the village. So that issue is going in front of the ZBA.
A diverse housing unit to it? I know we had all those requirements that we had to meet, or no?
No, it's only one. Currently, it's a single-family resident. So, yeah, but it will make it so it can be sold and meet all the rules if approved by the ZBA. So
Is it just the old rectory or something along those
it is the blue house that is like kitty corner touching the lot. And they already have a buyer and everything. It's just the last stop to close that sale. So, but that's all I had for Planning Commission.
Great, thank you. Next on our agenda for the evening is DDA agenda, and I had asked to include the Downtown Dollars program discussion. It's going to be just that. It's going to be a discussion, but I wanted to introduce this a little bit to this group, get some feedback, get some kind of maybe some next steps on the list of what may or may not be able to accomplish here in Vicksburg. So, I'm looking at Nick a little bit. You can help me fill in some blanks, but I'll kind of set this up by saying, when you think of what's happening even in Michigan and around us, downtown Kalamazoo, for example, they've created this kind of revenue program where it's basically a gift card, right? I could log on to their website and purchase $25, $50, $100 gift cards for myself, for family members, and those are essentially redeemable at the participating businesses of the downtown area. And, not every business maybe has the ability to offer gift cards. Not every business, has that kind of ability to kind of forecast that future revenue that a gift card does offer them. But I wanted to just kind of throw that idea out here. This felt like it's typically housed under the DDA in most municipalities from what I've seen. And just want to get some feedback from this body on if there's an appetite for exploring something similar in Vicksburg. Where this kind of came from is in my mind's eye, I just see, the village of Vicksburg tent at Berg Days having the ability for people to, purchase those gift cards at that tent, at that event where there's a lot of community goodwill happening. A lot of interest in our community is already coming. And so giving people an opportunity to continue to invest in our downtown and the businesses that operate downtown, making it easier for them to do that would be something I think is right in line with what the DDA does. So I'll open it up for any kind of questions or comments, any additional thoughts.
I have purchased the downtown dollars pretty much every year for downtown Kalamazoo, but I feel like they do have an incentive program as well. So like if you buy $25, they have a matching program. So like I don't remember who it was, but it's backed by like a big, I feel like it's like a bank or something. PNC.
Yeah.
And so they'll match like a portion of, like I bought $200 and it goes to 50 different businesses, but then they sent me $100. I think it was a 50% match. Mm-hmm. So I know that there's like an incentive program there too, which is helpful, but I mean, I love the idea. I think it's an amazing idea. And I do believe that like they all had to have like a certain processing system in their businesses for that as well.
So I did a little bit of research on that because I've kind of figured point of sale and like how do you keep track of all this? I'm sure Jim is just loving me right now of like, you want the village to be a pass-through situation.
I absolutely love it. I'm not sure how Christian feels about it right now.
So there is a program called Conpoto, CONPOTO. And that is actually being utilized by Trenton, Michigan in their Downtown Development Authority. And in their kind of PDF on their website, it talks about, and I'll try and find this in the small print here.
Can you search that, Christian, Trenton, Michigan?
Yeah, downtown dining dollars. So it says whether you use Square or manual entry register or a cash only, the Downtown Dollars program works with all point of sale systems. No need to purchase any additional equipment to redeem the dining dollars. It looks like that you can scan a QR code or manually enter the code found in the dining dollars certificate. So each person would receive like that certificate, and it would scan it into that system, and then you would be able to kind of have just a declining balance situation. So there's examples out there.
Yeah, I
Rachel, I'm
think-
not real versed on it.
I'm actually just trying to pull mine up because that's what, in Kalamazoo, I mean, I mainly use them at restaurants, but I know retail takes them as well, but they all have a QR code. And so from what I can remember, anytime I go to a restaurant, they would scan the QR code, but they're all paper certificates. So like, I can come in, you print them off, or you can keep them on your phone. I don't know, it's a really cool program. I feel like it'd be worth maybe talking to someone in Kalamazoo too that has headed that up because.
Yeah, if I can suggest, how about, because Portage uses it too, at least during the holidays, we can utilize the municipal manager's listserv, send this question out and plan on, an initial presentation at the May meeting.
That'd be great.
And see what options are out there that work best, and we can get feedback from our merchants between now and then too on the systems. And, you know, I don't know how quick of a turnaround on something like this, but would be to get implemented. It sure would be nice if we could get it implemented even no later than July 1st. But how about we take a whack on it this week and
Yeah.
do a initial presentation at the next meeting.
That'd be great. Thank
I
you.
can touch base with Clarence Lloyd on our chamber team too, who he works in the downtown DDA as well, so for Kalamazoo, and can kind of shed some light on the program. I think from a standpoint of those incentive dollars, I mean, in the micro, you want to support, you know, this is to support our local businesses down here. I think in the macro, getting as much visibility into downtown Vicksburg, I think is super important and would do us, you know, a really good service. So if there was a way to further incentivize those that are purchasing those downtown gift cards that are outside of that 49097 zip code, right?
pull them
Then you're pulling in new traffic, and if you can pull them in at the right times for our special events, now you're really moving the needle on the visibility for our village.
Yep.
So,
You're hitting the nail on the head, Nick. John, I'm curious about your thoughts as a business owner downtown.
I'm just listening.
Okay.
I mean, if anything, it just brings more business to us, you know, like if, especially with what they're saying is getting people from outside our little bubble here to come down.
and if we can get it done before Berg Days launches, I think that's the first goal, right?
Well, I would say in our business too, we've drawn a lot of outside people, outside of Vicksburg. Galesburg is huge coming to us. I don't know why, but we have several people from Galesburg that come in. Mendon, it's just, and we get to know them, they keep coming back, so, the more we can expand it, yeah. Always for the expansion of, advertising. And, we don't advertise at all, other than one little script in the South County News. But like Rachel will tell you too, you put out a good product with good personality and people come back. And if you can enhance it by, downtown dollar program, I got 2 other partners that I'll be glad to talk it over with, but. So,
Good.
It looks like the Kalamazoo one is run by that Conpoto too.
Compoto. Yeah. Yeah, I did see one that I didn't particularly care for. It was almost like you had to buy the gift certificate. Like, for example, if I bought a Downtown Dollars, I had to buy those Downtown Dollars only for Rise and Dine. So if I bought, let's say I bought $100, I could only use that $100 at Rise and Dine. Where I think the thought is a little bit more of a declining balance, right? I have $100 to spend at
I'll go to
every
Rise and
downtown.
Dine,
Yeah.
Then go to a retail after.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, you can bounce between the two, yeah.
And so you can do that, the ones that you've bought, Rachel?
Yep, so it's like I bought a pair of shoes at Gazelle Sports and then I walked next door and I had a cocktail at Principal.
Yeah.
And I just,
Okay, good. Cool, well,
Sounds like
any,
a great day.
yeah, I know.
I'll have to rewatch the tape, but I thought she said she bought gift cards for other people.
Oh my God, did I say that?
any other comments, any other discussion for this?
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Great.
plan on present with detail at the next meeting.
Great, thank you,
Yeah.
appreciate that. Okay, next item on our agenda for the evening is the Berg's birthday discussion. Are we turning like 82 and a half or something?
Yeah, it's somewhere between 151 and a half and 153 and a half.
Okay.
Depending upon what research you use. So we just call it the half birthday celebration. So we had, what's in place is we have a 105-foot obstacle course as well as all of our street games we have for Berg Days. It's gonna be Saturday, May 17th. We have an opening band that's very good. I apologize, hopefully the name comes to me again.
Night moves.
No, that's our main headline band, is a Bob Seger tribute band that's pretty well known throughout the state. So by the end of the week, you should see some social media input with the events listing out and then boosting that to get word out to everyone.
What are the times on the 17th?
On the 17th, the obstacle course and games will all be set up by 2 p.m. The first band plays from 3 o'clock to 4:30, and the headline band starts sometime between 5 and 5:15 and goes for 90 minutes. So we're looking at from 2 o'clock to 7:30 in totality. And then we met today with multiple of the retail establishments that are gonna coordinate, working with all our other retail on, what kind of theme or specials they'll be having for that entire day. So we keep people, hopefully come into the village prior to 2 p.m. and stay after 7:30. So, but that is moving forward. The bands are under contract. The company with the obstacle courses, Vicksburg Arts Programming is going to be involved. A group led by Jackie Coney has come up with a unique idea that we have approved that's going to have some of the parking spaces in our core downtown utilized, where they'll be able to, my words, organize them or decorate them to draw attention in a park-like theme. So additional own type of seating, and maybe Rachel can expound upon that. That was brought up earlier. So, and we're gonna have a cupcake eating contest between the bands set up again. So
Not this time.
yeah.
You did great.
Unless I get pulled again, but it's too much.
You didn't win, did you?
No,
That's right.
I made sure I didn't.
So looking forward to it. Cool. So we're also in the initial conversations of actually having a birthday event in October, so we can fill that month with getting people in the downtown and that. So that's those updates. Be happy to answer any questions.
All right. Last thing on here, village manager report, and we have a downtown development master plan.
Yeah, we didn't put it out for RFP submission. I was out of town for an extended period of time, and so that will be put out here in the next 2 weeks with a 30-day window for the submissions to be made. We're going to be a lot more proactive. We only had received one answer, and we're gonna make contact. We've identified 5 or 6 companies that we know perform the services that we're looking for, and it's a little bit outside of it. It will have to incorporate a traditional downtown development plan with updating the TIF, but we want to think broader and wider on how that it could go into the marketing and overall capture what we've had going on in our downtown. So I just wanted to update you on that, that it would probably be June before we identify a company to present in front of the council to start that process, so.
Any questions for village manager on that? All right, we'll move on to member comments. Any comments from the planning commission?
Just a quick idea, and it's, as we talk through the ways to get more visibility downtown, and just something to think about probably for next year, as they're all filled up for this year, but we hosted 12 Chamber Connects events throughout the year, the Kalamazoo Chamber does it. They consider this as a place that you could do it. If you hosted a Chamber Connect event, maybe here, because they're on Wednesdays, and did it in the summertime, and had all those people come here for the Chamber Connect and then release them out into the Berg days, you're getting 60, 70 companies, that are represented here. And I really think that it would be a great opportunity for us to bring that here on a Wednesday when Berg days is going on.
Sure.
So just something to think about as you budget for next year. I know I think they're $500 or $1,000 to host them. I mean, we can certainly, talk to Clarence and figure out something. But I think that would be really huge for us. So
You can let them know if I start collecting pop
Some
cans
for
now.
20, that's
and
right.
I have a deposit.
you got it. So anyways, 2026 ideas.
All right. No, that's a great idea.
Any other comments? All right. Efficient meeting this evening. I will adjourn the meeting at 7:23, Christian. Thank you, everyone. Have a great April.